Oi! All right. We switched back to the laptop because we lost 2 streams because all of a sudden I got animated. Now, we're going straight into it. No real fanfare today. I received a letter from a alleged fan, and I'm going to share this with you, and we're going to get into some stuff. Dear Hate My Name channel, longtime viewer, first time contactor, I seem to remember a video of y'all's where there was something about a curtain and a roast. I can't find it on YouTube now. This person's talking about the green curtain roast. Yeah, there was rushed production on that, but that's a little backstory. But anyways, back to this letter from alleged fan. And in that video, the freak in the robe stated that he had sex with Halfcock's wife at the La Quinta. And we never really got, I mean, you've done a lot of live streams. You've never really told any stories about that sexual liaison. As a longtime fan, I was wondering if you could kind of fill in some of the gaps. Oh, we're definitely going to fill in some gaps today. Now, listen, what happened in that La Quinta was private. I don't want to get too much into that, okay? I will tell you about the trip that I took back to Virginia with her, but I'm going to have a little drink first. I see we're up to 3 people. Y'all are going to like this one. Well, anybody that's not part of this very elaborate joke that we were about to do is probably going to like it. If you find yourself not liking it, it's probably because someone you know or you yourself is part of this joke. It's a joke. Oh, I bet you like jokes about other people. But when they're about you, everything's off limits. That's not how the world works, motherfucker. All right, let's get back into character. Sorry. All right, so, yeah, you know, I fucked his wife at the La Quinta. All right. He was not there for that. He was back here helping get set up for that green curtain roast video. And I was the in-between. You know, when you have people, you know, come in from out of town, you have a representative of the channel go and handle some of the, you know, they might need some toiletries or some things, you know, that, I mean, they are staying at a fucking La Quinta, for God's sakes. And they only have those little tiny shampoo bottles. Anyways, so I'm going there, you know, and making them feel appreciated. And then I come back, I shoot my part for that video. And then when Halfcock gets back to the La Quinta, his wife is just carrying on about me. She's carrying on. She's like, oh, I'm not so sure about that paranoid panda and that fucking Honky Fresh is an asshole. But let me tell you something. That freak in the robe is a gentleman. I know it seems totally out of character, but wow, what a guy. I was thinking maybe we could invite him back to Virginia. He seems like, I'm not sure, Daryl, but he seems like the kind of person that might be able to help us with some of our marital issues. Now, a few streams back, Paranoid Panda, do you want to come in? You want to tag in this part? Yeah, buddy. I'm coming. All right. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Paranoid Panda here too. The comic relief. Anyways, yeah, I had asked the question: how does that motherfucker's dick get hard for that bitch? I'm just saying. She's gross, bro. Like, you made multiple babies with her, and I get it. Maybe she was a looker back in her day. But her day is long gone. That bitch is, and excuse my my use of puns, but she's no spring chicken, if you know what I mean. You know, fucking good God, I seen more femininity in the fucking what's his name? The guy that goes woo. That wrestler, Ric Flair. Yeah, he's more feminine than Half Geek's wife. I'm just saying. Okay, so there has been some question on this channel. How does his dick get hard for her? Does he still fuck her? Surely they still fuck, right? That was a question that has been asked here for months. We're gonna get into that, but I really didn't tell this to him, so he's gonna be learning some things today. I didn't plan on talking about this stuff until we got this stupid fucking letter. And look, if you're gonna write me a letter, don't fucking do it in cursive. You know? I got bad eyes. Anyways, Panda, you wanna let me tell my story, and you can just kind of jump in here whenever you have a question or something you need me to fill in. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, dude. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go down here. There you go. All right. Got my mouth working now. So yeah, we go. I ride with them back to Virginia. Now, I took the plane. They parked their car at the airport. That was expensive picking that son of a bitch up. Even in Virginia, I can get it, here in LA, you leave your car for 2 days in a fucking airport garage. It's going to be expensive in LA, but fucking Virginia? Good God. It's such a wasteland. They actually based Fallout 76 in Virginia. It's in the Appalachians. Yeah, I said that correctly. Anyways, so on the flight back, me, there's a little bit of awkwardness because I had sex with this man's wife, and, we're trying to keep it on the DL. And so, we're chopping it up on the plane, and I know a lot of people, fans of the channel, they're not going to like that. They're going to be like, hey, how can you befriend Half Geek? I get it that your dick, you wanted to fucking get your fuck on, freak. I get that. I mean, I don't get it, but I get it. I can see you at home sitting there thinking that. Well, let me tell you how me and Half Geek ended up bonding. First, how we ended up bonding, and it had nothing to do with the fact that, like, 4 hours before that, I was fucking pegging his wife in her ass in a cheap ass hotel room. It was this motherfucker right here. This is how me and Half Geek, oh, sorry, legal reasons, Half Cock, this is how we ended up bonding. He told me about how he gave old Rat Trap Tap money when he was down on his luck. And then shortly after that, old Rat Trap Tap started talking shit about Half Geek. I mean, Half Cock. Whew. The lawyers are going to have a field day with me, telling jokes and all. Anyways, so he's telling me how much of a piece of shit he is. He's like, yo, I gave that guy $50, man. Next thing I know, the dude's talking shit about me, and I'm like, yo, fucking the Hate My Name channel gave him all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. And he sent me stuff that was damaged before it got here. And the next thing you know, me and Half Geek are kind of cool, you know. So we get back, and they made a nice dinner of there was hominy, which my granddad used to say was the best way to ruin corn. And let's see, there was it was like a meatloaf, but I think it was made out of reconstituted democracy or something. It was, you ever eat meat that's gray? It looks like dryer lint. It almost has the same texture as dryer lint. That's what her meatloaf was like. But the hominy was good. My granddad wasn't a fan. Anyways, so we have a nice meal. We got all the stupid kids at the table, you know. We did all shit. Nice. Up to 7 people. I guess a lot of people want to hear this story. Trust me, this is going to get good. I'm so glad that y'all are here for this. Y'all need to vote. If a man kisses another man's penis, can he claim that he's still straight? That's the question. All right. Anyways, so we're at the table. We had our fucking dryer lint meatloaf and hominy. And all these stupid kids, man. God damn. They claim only one of them is special needs. I'm not convinced. Not convinced. Anyways, they wanted to go and pick up some things. That I specified. It was part of my rider. See, when you people get famous and you go and you do these gigs, you'll understand that you have a rider, and there's certain things that you expect when you go. And I had made certain requests, and they were going to go and pick up those requests. Some at a hardware store, some at the grocery store. Just simple things. Not that, like, I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, did you have like the stereotypical, I want M&Ms, but only green ones, or some dumb shit like that. No. These are stipulations that people put in the contract so they can get out of it. They make some stupid thing. Oh, you didn't meet your end of the agreement, so now I get to get out of it. I do that dumb shit. That's not what this is about. This was legit things that I needed to make this appearance. I'm not paying attention to y'all's comments right now. I'm trying to get through my my shit. So anyways, y'all chop it up. Y'all enjoy each other's conversation right now, because right now I don't care. I got to get through this. Anyways, so we're at the table. They're gonna pick up the shit that I needed. Guess who ends up having to be a fucking babysitter? This motherfucker. So now I'm playing Roblox. I don't even know what the fuck that is with fucking Bubbles. Which, if you think Bubbles is a real person, no, she's not. But she's been around me a lot lately while I've been playing Fallout, and she's mutated a bit. I don't see the disadvantage to this mutation. There's always one positive, one negative. This just seems like straight positivity, little girl. You're treading on thin ice, friend. Hey, I got this, bro. Easy. Anyways, so I'm playing Roblox, whatever the fuck that is, with fucking Bubbles. And you know, she's a good kid. She's a good kid. I know her brother, however. You know, the ass blaster. And if you don't know, this is the brother who requested a bidet, and his daddy bought it for him. And I thought, and see, I'm pretty sure Panda had a problem with a parent buying something that squirts water up his son's ass. He seemed to be in a little bit off. Me personally, I think that's just good hygiene. I mean, who cares if your son is sitting there squirting his asshole with warm or cold water and thinking about how gracious he is that you're the one that provided said water that is splashing up in his crack of his asshole. Listen, you can feel however you want about him purchasing that for his child. Paranoid Panda, you think it was wrong? I don't like it, bro. Well, I think that it was just good hygiene. Anyways, I might be along with you, though, Panda, because when this story gets going, that son of Halfcock, which if you don't know who Halfcock is, where is it at? I put it up here. He might be temporarily misplaced, and I thought I had everything. God damn it, I was just bragging about that, too. Oh, here he is. Ah! Yeah. All right. So, Halfcock. You can see him right here. He's not real. He's not even a real person. I made him up. Yeah, he's got a face, and he wears a hat, and he's got a little, the little gray, like, 5 o'clock shadow beard. It's a beard, but is it more of a metaphor? I'm not here to judge. I'm friends with this fucking guy that I just made up. He's not even a real person. But if you want to believe that this person right here looks a lot similar, like you something about him reminds me of a guy on YouTube named Daryl. And didn't you previously say Daryl in this string? Yeah, I did. This fucker's name is Daryl, and he might look a lot like this other guy on YouTube that used to do videos. It's all a coincidence. This guy is not real. I made him up just to hurt myself. Anyways. God damn it. There. Hey. All right. So, where were we? They're going to get the supplies. I'm playing games with these stupid fucking kids. It's something about that brother, man. I was sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, downwind of him. And I will admit, I didn't get any whiff of any, famunga, munga, nunga, the duck butter that's normally on a young kid's taint. Allegedly. I wouldn't know personally. But, you know, kids don't normally wash themselves properly. That's why they got them fucking skid marks in the pants. You know what I'm talking about. You do if you got a fucking special needs kid. Anywho, so they get back with the fucking supplies and I think the brother must have gave Bubbles some Jesus juice, which is what I'm currently drinking. You think that the fucking freak in the robe is here drinking whiskey or fucking beer? No, I'm a wine slut. I'm a lush. I feel close to the Lord when I'm drinking his blood. It doesn't have to be red to be his blood, you know. You don't know that was red wine. It could have been a white wine. You think white grapes didn't exist back then? Fuck you. Anyways, as we were saying. So they end up putting the kids to bed. And what are we on? Let me see. 21 minutes? Not bad. Not bad. So they end up putting the kids to bed. And me and Halfcock are sitting in front of the fireplace. His wife had fashioned together a dress made out of saran wrap. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, that clear saran wrap is like a clear plastic dress. Yes, it was clear, but she had that colored, like the fucking holiday wrap, saran wrap. So it was green and it was red. And she made like a part for her boobs and a part for her udders. And the way, let me tell you something. I wish I had a picture of it. The way that red saran wrap would cling to those folds. It was like the most exquisite Christmas ham you never seen. I wish I'd have taken a goddamn picture of this shit, but I didn't. I didn't want to, you know what I mean? Like, you pull out your camera and then they're like, oh, we knew you were an infiltrator. I'm like, nah, I need more. And so then the awkward conversation comes up. And Halfcock is like, look, me and my wife been married a lot of years. And, I mean, I'm not going to say that she let herself go. I love that woman more than anything. She is the mother of my children. She means more to me than anybody else in this world, especially Bubbles. And that's why I feel like because, you know, she's a woman. She has womanly needs. Women need to be pleased. And I can't please her the way that I want her to be pleased because she doesn't do it for me. And so what I enjoy is I like watching her get railed by somebody else. And at this point, I'm starting to think this was their plan all along. He knows. He knows that I'm getting played here. And so now it's starting to get a little weird. And I'm like, don't let it, you know what I mean? Like, part of my brain's like, don't let it fucking ruin it, bro. Just go with it. The other part of my brain is like, I feel stupid. So, anyways, he's like, look, I know you got a reputation about, being a freak, and she would just love it if you go to town on her, and I would enjoy watching. I'm not gonna get involved. I'm not even gonna touch her. I'm not even gonna touch her. I'm just gonna stand over in the corner and touch myself while you do whatever you do to her. Does that sound fair to you, freak? And I'm immediately thinking, this motherfucker knows I already fucked her. How do I answer this? Like, do I tell him? Yeah, I already did it. I just tell him, I go, yeah, I'm excited to help you fix your marriage. I would be honored. Nothing would make me happier than to be a stepping stone in repairing the relationship between the two of you. It really, it would mean a lot to me. And that's when his wife chimed in and said, which translates to, I told you this guy was the one. And so we go and we gather up. He hands me the bag. The bag. So here's the thing. All right. I don't want to seem like I'm talking shit about, because everybody has their own budget that they're living on, But I like, if I'm going to be in bed with someone, I need it to be at least the size of the La Quinta. You know what I mean? Especially, she's not a tiny woman. She already encompasses the entire bed. And I don't know about you. You ever been on one of them water beds? You ever, I know they're not that popular anymore, but back in the day, I know you millennials might not know what the fuck I'm even talking about, but, hey, let me get in here. I had a water bed one time. Hey, they have different kinds. They got the really firm ones, and they got the ones that you get on, and then they just, woo, you're all over the place. You just, wow. Which one do y'all think she is? Yeah, she's like a waterbed, and she takes up the entire bed. So it's like you're like in a Princess and the Pea situation where, like, you're starting to get altitude sickness, and you're having to chew gum to keep your ears from fucking popping. Anyways, there, they don't have a correct sized bed. I don't even think that he sleeps in the same bed with her at night. I'm not trying to make this particular stream about that. I don't want it to seem like I came here to specifically say they don't even sleep in the same bed because he can't fucking fit in it. I'm just saying I don't think he fits. I know that I and her, and I'm a tiny guy, we can't comfortably fit in that bed. It's not even a queen. It's a full. And what is this little kid shit? Anyways, so I got him to pick up a plastic tarp from Home Depot. and some paprika, but we'll get into the paprika later. Anyways, they didn't have any. They're uncultured swine. You fucking uppity fucks would call these good. These are the heartland of America type people that have fucking dryer lint meatloaf and hominy for dinner. I don't know why you want to talk shit about the fact. Look, I'm not trying to talk shit. You live within your budget. And when you're spending a lot of money on fucking collectibles, maybe you can't afford a fucking queen size bed. You need a fucking king, for God's sakes. But whatever. Maybe that's enough bed for just her. Maybe she's comfortable with like 2 1/4 inches missing from each side of her hanging off. It's only like 2 1/4 inches of you hanging off the bed. I don't know. It's not that bad. Anyways, so we got a tarp and some other stuff. And we go into the garage. Now, also, another reason that I wanted to do this in the garage is because the kids' rooms are very close to the parents' room. And they have an adjoining bathroom, which conveniently is the one with the bidet. I don't understand that one at all, because then it ends up you didn't buy the bidet for your fucking son. You bought the fucking bidet for yourself. What, you and your wife are washing your asshole with it now too? I have a feeling this is going to lead to degeneracy. But I'm just the fucking freak in the robe. Now, I will help you people that are not YouTube professionals like myself. I want you to understand that, and I can't get away with this on TikTok, so we'll have to edit around this if we do any clips for TikTok. But YouTube will allow me one, as a gay man, as a gay trans man who's really transcended and become his own superhero. Yeah, I had the cape on the whole time. Now, the reason that I preface this part of the show with this, I'm trying to get my cape all fluttered out. There we go. There. All right, I'm ready to fly now. Okay, now I can fucking tell you one time by TSO standards as a gay man that and it's all about context too. You got to understand the context of this. Before anything took place, I let Halfcock's wife know. I told her, I said, listen, lady, I think we need to get a couple of ground rules right out the gate. And I got a safe word. And because I'm a gay man, okay, a word that has been used to victimize me and make me feel less than is the word faggot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that power back. I've been called a faggot since I was a little kid, back in school. I would go to school. And they're like, why are you wearing pink 3 days a week? What are you, some kind of faggot? These things, they were barriers for me as a child. And I felt like if I make my safe word the word that has victimized me, if I find safety in the word that has fucking pummeled me since I was a small child, then I can take that power back. I can flip it. And so I told her right out the gate, my safe word is faggot. As a gay man, of course. Not as some kind, okay? Let's use it in context. I need a little. We're about to get into the worst part of the story as far as the most sexual part. Maybe some people are going to get really offended by this. I don't know. Maybe you're just weak. Maybe you don't like sex stories. But this fucking fan right here begs to differ. So we're here for the fans, no matter how ridiculous their request. All right. So I got this fucking pig. I mean, this beautiful woman laid out on this fucking plastic tarp. And another thing that I asked them to get was baby oil. And I'm rubbing baby oil. And I don't currently have. Do I? Do I currently have? No. But I got some of Paranoid Panda's motor oil that he drinks. So we'll just substitute it. What do you say, Panda? Put a little bit of that oil in our hand. Oh, yeah, that's plenty. And so I'm rubbing this baby oil all over her. And that's how that started. Fuck. You ever poured baby oil motor oil all over your hands? Now I smell like a man. Yikes. Okay, anyways. So I greased this pig up, ready for entry, and then I went ahead and I was about to start making myself comfortable, and she's like, hey, freak, why don't you go ahead and make yourself comfortable? And like, I was already about to do that. I just wanted, you're already naked. I really need to get that glisten on you. You had the glisten on you when you had the saran wrap, the multicolored saran wrap, form fitting on your folds. And look, I'm starting to feel it. I think this is gonna, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun, girl. I was already gonna take it off, but after I put that oil on you, I'm getting a little bit worked up. But why wouldn't I? I'm an American, a hot blooded American, not Latino blood like John Leguizamo, but your own little gay version of Romeo plus Juliet, minus that version of gay. It's like a non-threatening. It was non-threatening until you see where we're at now. Anyways, stay on target. I start making myself comfortable. I let her see my fucking American flag suspenders and my Trump 2024 cock ring. I bet y'all didn't even know they made those. Now, I would show y'all. I'm wearing it right now. Look, I got it on right now. I could show you, but that would be breaking TSO. However, letting you know that my safe word as a gay man is faggot, that is actually okay. We're not breaking TSO. Or maybe we are, and it's been a long time since we broke TSO and got a strike, so who cares? Anyways, we start fooling around, you know? You know, the freak's go-to spot since he was I was 18 years old. I read a book called What She Wants. It was written by a man, oddly enough. Can you believe that? A man writing a book about what women want. I read the entire book, and I can sum it up in 2 statements. I'll tell you everything that I learned in 2 statements about what women want. They want you to rub their clitoris, and they don't want you to touch their fucking titties like a monkey with a football. And that's it. Once you got that down, you're good. You gotta rub that fucking clitoris, boys, if that's the kind of thing that you're into. As a gay man, and now let me also explain my gayness, and this is the world that we live in today. You see, I am a man. I was born a man. And I have resentment towards women because they have the parts that I wish that I was born with. I wish I had some fucking nice ass titties. Not the fucking milk bags that are fucking hanging off fucking Halfcock's wife. Not those fucking flapjacks that are fucking sagging down past her goddamn belly button. That's not what I want. Some nice titties and some nice labia tucked in. I don't want no roast beef sandwich. Now, if you got the roast beef sandwich, that doesn't necessarily mean that you got a loose pussy. I know this from experience. I was with this girl named Veronica. She's gonna hate that I fucking named her by name. However, she has no idea that we even have this channel. I'm friends with her on Facebook. I could send her a clip of this right now and ruin her life. But I'm not going to do that. She already knows. That girl had the ugliest pussy I ever seen in my life. I got down there and I was like, oh! And y'all are like, what do you mean, oh? Well, one of my buddies was with this girl for like 2 years. Almost 2.5 years. And one time, we were all fucked up, and he was bitching about her, and he goes, man, she's not good with her, man. And I oh, really? I thought y'all were great. I thought y'all was happy, and yeah, her fucking, nah, dude, I shouldn't say. And that was it. And then 6 months later, I'm having sex with his ex-girlfriend. And I'm face first in her fucking pussy, and I go, oh, you were talking about that. Yeah, that's not what I want. I want a nice labia where it's all tucked in. But I will say, in Veronica's defense, her pussy felt really good. You would think, oh, it looks like it's all ragged out. That pussy grabbed my cock like a friendly fucking handshake. It wasn't bad, but it looked weird. And when you went down on it, it was like going like this with the tongue of a shoe. That was what it was like. Down to 3 viewers. I'm glad some of y'all are still here. Some of y'all motherfuckers tapped out. Up to 4. Nice. Anyways, so what was Half Geek's wife's pussy like? Well, I probably should have said half cock because of legal reasons, but when you've had a few drinks, sometimes you let shit slide. And you also have to point out, this is all a joke. None of this actually happened. I'm making jokes about your family because I think it's funny. Anyways, all right. So, maybe it did happen. This is really something for the internet to decide. You know, you put a little bit of truth with a big bunch of lies, and somehow it's a little bit believable to the morons of today. It's not what I intended. I wanted everybody to just laugh and think that it was a joke. Never take it like this really actually happened, but some of you will think it. And that's fine. That's fucking fine. Whatever. Anyways, let's get back to her fucking pussy. What is it like? Is it like Veronica's pussy? Does it look like an open-faced roast beef sandwich welcoming you in? Hey, this tastes good, regardless of there not being a top piece of bread. Go home, put your mouth on it. No, she's actually got a nice looking pussy, man. I mean, she had Halfcock's wife. Let me say it right now. This is like, hold on. You know what I mean? Fuck! When you think you fucking have everything, God damn it, I forgot. I needed this earlier, and I forgot. Anyways, don't let it ruin it. Yeah, stay in character. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So we're talking about this bitch's pussy and how it looked. Now, listen, it didn't look like Veronica's pussy, where it's all like hanging out. You know what I mean? You go to the fucking rec center and you see those raisin complexion brothers always, you know, just hanging out. And when I talk about the raisin complexion, I'm talking about the moles. The moles that were around her vagina. Now, I'm not saying that they were genital warts, because I know the difference. I've seen a genital wart. I've been with Paranoid Panda. I know what his dick looks like, and it's knobby. But he's not lying. See, he fucking backs it up. Anyways, no, these are moles. It's weird. It's like God went that, and now you're even. Like, there is now the constellation of Orion in moles on your pussy, girl. And because, listen, outside of the moles, it looks really nice. It's all tucked in. She got a fat pussy, y'all. I know you're thinking, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, because she's fat, she's got a fat pussy. No. As a man that wants to have a vagina himself, there's a thing called fat pussy. And it has nothing to do with the girl being fat. Do you fucking idiots? Okay, I'm actually gonna read the comments for once in this stream. We're almost an hour in. Do you idiots know what I mean when I talk about a fat pussy, and I'm not talking about it being on a fat woman? Do you know? Did you see Donald Trump gets his ear pierced, Russ? No, I bet his taint is pierced too. Okay, I read a couple of your comments. You feel close to the Lord when you drink his jizz. I like Hennessy and black rum. Playing naked twister. Colored? How dare you, you racist prick. Colored? Yeah, some people are colored. What's the big deal? What are you, a Redskins fan or something? Halfcock is. Everybody knows that. Anyways, let's get back to the fucking sex story, because goddamn, to do this the way that I wanted to do it, I've already ruined it. I should have fucking time stamped when I started this. This is going to be really hard to fucking do, but goddamn, let's just try to get through it. All right, so I'm looking at her pussy. And it looks nice, aside from the moles. It doesn't smell nice. I believe we revealed before that it does have a very pungent taste of brackishness. It's brackish. If you don't know what if you millennial fucks don't know the definition of brackish, you should look it up. It's it'll help you get an understanding into what the fuck we're talking about here, okay? Now, just because it tastes brackish, that does not mean that it smells brackish. It actually has a different aroma than the way that it tastes. You ever had that before? You know what I mean? It smells sweet, but it tastes sour. Kind of thing. Well, just to give you an idea. It smells like a demon. And you say, what do you mean? It smells like a demon. It has a sulfur smell. Halfcock's wife, her pussy not only tastes brackish, it has the smell of sulfur. Like you've just entered the 7th ring of hell. Like you were fucking, you know what it is? Like you were sitting downwind of Hillary Clinton. You just smell sulfur. You're like, ugh. And y'all know I'm sure you boiled an egg or two in your life, maybe made some deviled eggs. You know why they call them deviled eggs, right? They call them deviled eggs because of the sulfur. Just like, and this is and YouTube won't be able to get me on this one. And this is a good reason to use this moving forward. We're going to talk about a bundle of sticks. Yeah, we're not going to use that other word moving forward. We used it to let you know that's my safe word. If this bitch starts getting too rough with me in our sexual escapades, I'm going to need to say the word faggot. However, moving forward, we're not going to say that. We're going to talk about bundle of sticks. But do you know why they called a bundle of sticks faggot? That's because back in the day when they would burn witches, they would also burn homosexuals. And they would put the witches on an actual post. But the gays, they would just put them on a bundle of sticks. They weren't even worth the post. And that is where the term comes from. Flamin' faggot. All right, so anyways, Half Geek's wife's pussy smells like a plate of deviled eggs pre-paprika. I bet y'all didn't know that. The reason that you use paprika on a deviled egg is it's not for the taste. Take some paprika and put it on your hand and then lick it and tell me that has a, like, maybe if you use smoked paprika, but paprika doesn't have that much of a taste of it. It's more of a nullifier. Do you know what a nullifier is? It's paprika. Put it on a bitch's pussy and you will not smell Satan himself, Hillary Clinton, when you go down there to eat her pussy. So I'm sprinkling fucking paprika, which I requested them pick up because I could smell it through her fucking pants. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a long plane ride from fucking California back to Virginia. It's not really that long. It's not like we're going to Australia or something, but I don't like being away from California with all of my other degenerate communist gays. It's a little too straight for me in Virginia. We'll elaborate on that a bit. Anyways, I'm sprinkling paprika on her pussy. All right. And I'm trying to find the clit. Look, I'm not the most physically fit, but you can see I got a little bit of a curve. You would think that I would be able to move skin. Yeah, I can move skin. I can only move it so goddamn far without a fucking brace. I'm sitting there, I'm pulling, I'm putting my nose in it, I'm rubbing, I'm trying for the life of me to find her clit. Eventually, I find what I think is her female penis. And I just kiss it a little bit. I just rub my lips right against the edge of her clitoris. And I put a little voice. And I'm like, you like that? And she does a little It's best since somebody did that to her pussy. I can guarantee you that. Half cock has not done that to her pussy in a long time. Just went up to it, got his face right next to it, got his mouth, his lips right next to her pussy. And just put the lips, just to feel the vibration, the sexual energy between the two of you. in just a teasing moment. You better get ready for this, bitch. You with the freak in the robe, for God's sakes. And she did a little. That means it's working. All right. So, I figured this bit would be an hour. I meant both sides, and this is just one side. This is great. I can't believe it. This is fantastic. Let's make it fucking 5 hours talking about me fucking his wife. All right. Anyways, so, I start using. See, you can use one finger if you. I know some of you. You haven't been with that many women. Maybe some of you millennial fucks are incels. I can see how this channel would draw an incel crowd, especially with Paranoid Panda, because, you know, what do they say? What do they say? They say the Asians love golf and pandas and hentai. That's right. That's what they say, brother. Okay. Anyways, we were saying. I got a piss working up. Wouldn't it be funny if I drank all the wine and then I filled this up with the piss and drank it too? Let's put up a donation. Rusty Trombone, will you put in the donation to Mike Tapp's GoFundMe? And when it hits a negative number, I will drink my own piss. How do we do that? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to hack it and steal all the money. I don't know. Something. But $300, that's not going to work. This isn't about Mike Tapp, though. This is about me and half cock coming together in our hatred for Mike Tapp. We will get to Mike Tapp at another junction in time. Do you realize how much material we have written that we haven't been able to get to? And this is the longest one. So let's get to it. All right. So I'm fucking teasing this bitch's pussy with my lips, just barely touching her clitoris. But I'm putting that rhythm into it, you know? It doesn't take much. And then she starts saying to me, which I'm sure you don't speak potato. But it translates to, I want you to give it to me. Don't be such a faggot about it. Now, this threw me off a little bit because I'm like, is she using my safe word to, like, downgrade me? Is she trying to take the power back from me? Of me trying to re-empower myself with this being the word that I find safety in, not the word that has been victimizing me for years? Is she trying to flip it? Is she trying to steal that from me? This fucking bitch! She's like, really? Give it to me? What are you, some kind of faggot? But to you, it would have sounded like, it would have sounded exactly like that. And you probably wouldn't even have been offended. You're like, she's so into my lips right now. Oh, God, this bitch. But that wasn't what was going on. So, now it's starting to work on me a little bit. I'm like, man, okay, all right. So, I put one finger in. Just one. But what I'm doing is I'm doing this, all right? So you put the one finger in, but if you turn it this way, all right? So there. you wanna when it's inside of this man's wife's pussy, you wanna finger it going up. You wanna rub up, okay? And then you wanna take this thumb and you wanna rub her clitoris. All right. So you're like, hold on, let me get this fucking. There we go, like this. All right. This is me, and this is Halfcock's wife's pussy. I'm just using one finger in her pussy and one finger on her clit. That's it. All right. And she did. She said, "Fucking give it to me." But look, what are we in a rush? I realize it's probably been a while since you've had any attention, but I like to marinate, I'm not a fucking one-stroke poke. I like to fuck. I'm known as the freak. I get down, bitch. Why you trying to throw fucking all this weird shit right out the gate? I like it weird, but using my safe word against me, not a good start. Anyways, I'm sitting there rubbing her, pussy, giving her the finger gun, She gets more aggressive with it. She's like, "I told you. What are you, some kind of fucking faggot? Give it to me." So I use two fingers. I'm using two fingers. And at this point, I'm like, okay, all right. Now I'm twisting it. All right. And I'm only giving her the thumb when it twists up. So the thumb is down here, okay? Hold on, let me get it. The thumb is down here, and my fingers are like this, all right? And then I twist it, and then I'm rubbing her, and then I'm rubbing her clit, and now I'm rubbing her asshole. Yeah, you didn't know you could do that. Let me tell you about the freak, bitch. Let me tell you about the freak. Now she is wiggling and a squiggling all over my spinning. I'm on the clit, I'm on the asshole, I'm on the clit. It's just two fingers, bitch. Calm down. Anybody can I can take 5 fingers up my ass. And I don't know if y'all understand the logistics of that, but that is this and this. The thumb isn't a finger. Now, if you want, listen, I don't want to give y'all the wrong idea. It's not like this and this. It's more like you got to cup it. Okay? I'm not that wide, guys. I can take a lot, but not lateral. Take it easy. I don't know why I sounded so much like Panda there. We'll call it the booze. I'm just always here, friend. Anyways, here we go. All right, so I'm doing the spin. I'm fucking rubbing her clit. I'm rubbing her asshole. And she's like, "I fucking told you. I'm not here for this fucking faggot shit. I want you to fucking give it to me. I want to taste it, motherfucker. Make my tongue turn black." And I'm like, God damn. I thought I was the freak. Take it easy, Rebecca. Isn't that nice how I used her actual name? Anyways, it's just a joke, though. She's not a real person. She's just a fucking potato. I'm talking about a prop. We're talking about a potato. You probably got one in your cupboard right now. Anyways, she's so greasy. In real life, too. Look at her. Look at the most recent picture of her hair. And tell me that bitch don't look like. Like she is primed and ready to reshoot the Michael Jackson Pepsi video. Johnny Storm, flame on! Anyways, where were we at? we're talking about. All right. She says she wants to taste it. And I'm like, it's two fingers, all right? Hold on. Let's do it like this. This is her pussy hole, okay? This right here. This is her pussy hole. And these are my two fingers. All right. Let's tuck these fingers back. So this works better. Okay? This let me there. Let me get it. Okay? Boom. 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 Right there. All right? 2. In, and then when you go up, kids, you do this. All right? You go down, and then when you go up, you do this. We're teaching people how to finger a girl correctly. Because I am a gay man that wants to be a woman, that wants to still have sex with women, but somehow I'm still gay. I didn't make the rules. I just live by them, just like all of you. So she says, I want to taste it. I want you to turn my tongue black. And so I'm like, all right, I'm really going to give it to you now, bitch. I'm going to give you all 4 fingers. Now her cervix is really, you would think it's tight around this part of my wrist, but it's not. It slides right in. When you've had that many kids, you'd be amazed what you could fit in that motherfucker. I think I could fit a Hyundai inside his wife's pussy. I'm just being real. Okay? So when it comes to his small dick, I get why there's, problems in their love life. He told me privately that Bubbles wasn't even conceived from actual sex. It was from his seed being left on a toilet seat. But I can't confirm the validity of that claim. It may be true. It might have been hyperbole. I'm not quite sure. I think maybe he might have been trying to wash his hands of the guilt of producing such a faulty seed. But that's just me, Anyways, so I'm fucking giving it to her. And she says to me, now let's see that dick. And I was glad that she could actually say something to me that didn't involve, the term British cigarette following TSO. And I go ahead, I take off my pants. I fucking take them off, and I go ahead and pull my dick out. I bet half cock started feeling real good about himself at this point, because it was like I was just in cold water on a cold day. Because it was lifeless. Now, in my defense, her repeatedly using the word faggot, which is my safe word, that did kind of get in my head. And the fact that half cock is in the corner of the garage the entire time with the old 4-knuckle shuffle. The old daddy needs a new pair of shoes dice roll. Listen, I'm not gay. I'm gay in the regard that I want to be a lesbian woman, and I identify as a woman. However, I do have the genitals of a man, so technically I'm a man, regardless of whatever your indoctrination says. Until I get my genitals removed, I'm still a man. And even then, I'm something in between. Let's be real. I'm willing to admit that. I'm not ever going to be an actual woman, but as long as I identify as one, and as long as I choose to have sex with them as a woman, somehow, technicality-wise, I qualify as gay. It's just how it works. But at this time, I'm with a woman, and I got a penis. And it's not working. It's, I think I saw a fucking tumbleweed blow past as soon as I pulled my pants off. I think I saw a fucking tumbleweed. I'm like, wow, Virginia sucks. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, dude. Could this get any worse? So, somebody's messaging me. Who's Lee sent something probably pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, he set fire. You ready? Eat the wife. YouTube, you can suck my dick. You keep removing this man's comments, and he's got, I guarantee you, he probably had 5 or 6 fucking comments that y'all assholes removed that would have had people in fucking stitches. He's sitting there sending me fucking pictures, and you're fucking removing his fucking comments? I gotta pee. You make me want to act violently. You make me want to act violently. All right, I got this out. All right, so anyways, I got 4 fingers in this bitch's pussy. And now, I'm still doing the same action. It is lateral. Boom. She can take it. She can take all that. So if your dick was this wide, Halfcock's wife could take it. And it's not even snug. So I hope you're bigger than that. And I start thinking, I'm nowhere near. What do you think? I'm fucking. You think I go do karaoke and they say, coming up next is Girth Brooks? Because that would be my stage name if I had enough dick to fill her pussy hole. I would call myself Girth Brooks, but I'm not that guy. And so I've got even more stuff on my mind weighing me down. I'm like, geez, you realize that there's no way I'm going to be able to. I see where Halfcock is coming from now with his dick. And I got a little bit more than him. Not a lot, but I got a little bit more than him. And that's still not even a third of what she needs. And this is starting. It's weighing on me, you know. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. And the more I start thinking about my dick not getting hard, the more I start thinking about it's not ever gonna happen. I'm like, this is, it's you know what it is? It's like wet spaghetti down there. And she says to me, because she had started fumbling around. When I started using all 4 fingers, she acted like for the first time, like she wasn't like, oh, I've never had something like this before. Like all of a sudden she's like, I want to taste it. And you give her all 4 fingers, and now all of a sudden she's like, even though you can tell she's overacting because you still are minus about 5 fingers. I probably should have did double if I really wanted to please her, which is debatable, but regardless, I used 4. I need the other hand. The other hand, I'm fumbling around on my genitals trying to get something to fucking work. Can nothing. It literally is wet cooked spaghetti. If you broke the spaghetti in half before you boiled it. Anyways, I don't want you guys getting the wrong idea. I didn't want you to think I was building myself up into something that I'm not actually. Anyways, so nothing's working. And she says, what are you, some kind of faggot? You can't get your dick hard or something? And now it's even worse. Like I'm like, this is ruined. This is over. There is no fucking way my dick is gonna get hard. It's ruined. It's done. It's over. And I think that Halfcock could sense that this was starting to go sideways. I mean, his wife was still totally into it, but he could see that I was starting to falter, and he had not released yet. So, you know, he's fighting for his nut at this point, I guess. And he did something unexpected. I didn't see it coming. But I'm laying here in the 69 position with her, which totally doesn't work, because when you when you put her body, let me see if I get, okay, let's see. We'll take her body and my body trying to do 69. This is a visual representation of her body and my body trying to fucking orally please each other at the same time. It's not exactly working. And the next thing I know, I feel a pressure from the back. And this is actually quite nice. What is this? Is she doing this? Oh. And then all of a sudden, something happens. Now my dick is getting really hard. And I'm wondering what the fuck is going on back there. And I lift up off of this open face roast beef sandwich. And I take a look back. And Half Geek has got a shoehorn. Now, I know a lot of you millennials are not going to know what a shoehorn is. But back in the day, a shoehorn would be this little slip that you would put in between your foot and your shoe, and you would help slide your shoe around your foot with this little thing, which I know you millennials are like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I thought you were the freak in the robe, not Paranoid Panda. This sounds like a conspiracy. Why the fuck would people need something to slide their foot into a shoe? This is a real thing. My grandfather used one for some reason. And the next thing I know, Half Geek is using a shoehorn to cup my balls back into my ass crack while his wife is deep throating my wet noodle cock, which something about her mouth and that shoehorn lifting my balls and pulling them back into my ass crack so that I can actually feel my testicles pressing against my asshole was one of the most. I've never had that happen to me before. Really, it was nice. It was something real nice. And then I said, hey, why don't you suck it from the back? And she says, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean sucked it from the back? Well, I'm going to have to stop eating your pussy, but I'm going to bend over and I want you to take my, here, let me give you, not yet. Not yet. I want you to take my cock and my balls, and I want you to pull them back and put them between my ass crack, like your husband is doing with the shoehorn. But I want you to use your hand. And while my cock and balls are stuffed up in my ass crack like a nice fruit basket, I want you to suck my dick. She's like, oh. Which translates to, you are a freak. So she's all sucking my dick from the back. And this is really fucking nice, dude. I feel like I'm gonna have to tell her to stop soon, because I'm probably gonna fucking blow this bitch's head off, Kurt Cobain style. I can feel it building up, y'all. Like, oh man, that is nice. Her fucking sucking my dick from the back. And at this point, Halfcock is back over in the corner. Now things are getting lively. He doesn't have to be involved. Plus, he's probably gonna take that shit to his grave, that's the gayest thing he's ever done, which probably is, but you adapt to the situation when you can't fuck your own wife and you need someone else to do it for you. But anyways, he's over there fucking feverishly tugging on his cock, and I'm like, man, this is really fucking nuts. And then, you know what I hear? Psst, psst. Yeah. Can I guess? I mean, yeah. If you want to guess. La Migra? No. Close. No, I did not hear La Migra. No, I hear Mom. I've got my dick completely down her fucking throat from the back. It's not even a normal blowjob, okay? It's not even like me laying down and her down there at the front. It's not me standing up, her down on her knees. No. It's me bent over and her sucking it back. And we hear, Mom. Jesus Christ. Well, there goes the fucking hard on. What the fuck does this little bitch fucking want, man? Fucking cock blocking ass? I guess that's part of your mutation. I guess it does have a fucking downside after all. She says, brother touched my front butt. And I'm fumbling trying to get my fucking robe back on. I mean, there's a minor in the room, for God's sakes, and my ass is in the air like fucking Beyonce. And I got this goddamn little girl coming in here talking about her brother, the fucking master ass blaster of the bidet, has been touching her fucking front butt. I'm like, yeah, it's time to get. What the fuck? Here. There we go. I actually was able to get the robe on a lot because I wasn't doing a live stream with a mask on. Bubbles saw my face. And she saw a little bit more, but that's because her parents are not good parents. They should have locked the door to the fucking garage, in my opinion, or at least made sure that they were asleep before. Now, listen. Granted, I believe his sister was asleep. Bubbles was asleep. she woke up to her front butt getting touched, and immediately Halfcock is all, this is a fucking back butt house only. I fucking told that little son of a bitch, back butt only, no front butt. But, and I know this is going to be hard for you, some of you, like, I know that you're being crushed by this, that your hero, that your internet hero, the cluck, is a cuck. I know that's really going to bother some of y'all. The cluck is a cuck. Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so. Oh, it's so. And because of that, he turned to me and said, I told that fucking kid not to be touching his sister's front butt. And I don't know. I guess it didn't sink in. Is there something maybe you could do, freak? Maybe you could instill to my child that he should not be touching his sister's front butt. It's inappropriate. We're a back butt house only. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll see what I can do. And so I go into the adjoining bathroom to go into his bedroom. I figured it'd probably be more of a like power move. You know, I didn't actually go to his bedroom door. I actually came through his bathroom. And I fucking sat him down. And I said, look, man, this little girl, your sister, Bubbles, I'm in there trying to have alone time, adult time with your parents, mainly your mom, but your dad does have a steady hand, so I will give him that. You know, look, I'm all about giving credit where it's due. You know, if you're gonna fucking give me the cradle from the back with a fucking shoehorn, and you take the time to lick the shoehorn before you cradle my balls, you know, I appreciate that. That's the old you lick the shoehorn and then you cradle the balls and you go, don't wake the baby, don't wake the baby, don't wake the fucking baby. Anyways, so we were talking about, hey, look, kid, your sister said you touched her fucking front butt. And this kid, man, I don't know what it is with this generation, man, but they got so much attitude. It's nothing like when we were kids. And he's all, yeah, Doug, I do what I want. I don't give a fuck, yo. What? My roommate must be home. That must be what it is. Anyways, he's all like, yo, I don't give a fuck, dog. I do what I want. You know how long I've been squirting water up my ass? I said, yeah, like 3 years. I remember the post when your daddy said that he was going to buy it for you. And he's like, yeah, that's what led to this. Stimulating my asshole with water that my daddy is paying for. He's got a real southern, these Virginia fucks, man. Yeah, the water that my daddy be paying for, be squirting that water up my ass. And next thing you know, I'm thinking about touching my sister's front butt. It's my daddy's fault, as far as you ask me. And I said, you can't put that shit on your daddy. That ain't right, kid. These are your own sick thoughts that led you to touching your sister's front butt. This has nothing to do with your daddy. Did he ever, at any point in time, suggest that you touch your sister's front butt? He said, no. I said, I think that the problem here is that you wasn't raised right, and I'm going to fix it right now. I need you to go outside, and I would say find a switch, but all the trees in your yard are dead. And so what I need you to do is get a piece of the siding off of your house and bring it back for me as a switch, because I'm going to whoop your ass for touching your sister's front butt. And he came back with a piece of the siding from the house, and I beat the dog shit out of this fool. I fucking whooped his ass for touching his sister's front butt. And this is just something that it had to happen. Half Geek wasn't gonna do it. He's not man enough. He's not man enough to fuck his fucking huge pussy hole having wife. Why the fuck would he be enough of a man to discipline his own children from molesting each other when they are a child molester in your house? It's totally a joke, though. It's just a joke. Nobody molested anybody. I have zero proof of that. Just covering my ass. Anyways, your fucking piece of shit son sitting there trying to finger pop your fucking daughter's pussy hole, not even having the decency to put some goddamn iodine on his fingers, because you know the unkempt motherfucker. The only part of him that is kempt is his asshole from that bidet. He got long ass fingernails. You know, try and touch the front butt and the back butt. And you know what happens then? You end up getting a staph infection. Anyways, so this kid just didn't seem like he was fucking learning. And so I will. Look, people need to admit their faults in life. And I will admit my fault that I did waterboard his son for a bit. That plays so well together. Like, yeah, it was for a bit. I fucking waterboarded his fucking kid. And, you know, we got things straight. And then, that's what happened. I mean, there's a little bit more to the story. I did forget, because look, the next day, God, I feel so stupid. This is the embarrassing part. So the next day I wake up and, you know, because things went so badly, it was like agreed. I'm going to go ahead and leave a day early. But I feel like Halfcock was probably pretty insecure about the fact that he didn't want me staying home with the wife and us trying sexual stuff where he couldn't watch. And so he's like, hey, why don't we go to, why don't you come hang out with me at work? And I said, at the warehouse? And he said, nah, I got a new job. I'm working at the Waffle House, not the warehouse. Why don't you come hang out with me? I got your breakfast today, and you know, all the coffee you can drink. And okay, I'll fuck it. And this is him trying to keep me away from his wife, and him like, oh, now we're friends, we're bonding. Now I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Halfcock has an addiction issue with opiates. And I don't know that it had anything to do with him losing his job at the warehouse. But now he's working at the Waffle House. And this motherfucker is all fucked up on fucking, I don't know, fentanyl, whatever, some kind of opioid. And he's fucking browning out at the goddamn Waffle House. I'm watching him fucking make hash browns on the goddamn flat iron. And he's all fucking nodding out. And I'm like, how are we supposed to be bonding when you're nodding out? Man, I'm just getting paid, dog. Okay. So then he gets off work. He gives me a ride to the airport, and I come back to California. And that is the end of that stupid fucking story that you wanted more details about. Psst, psst. Oh, God, here we go. Hey, y'all. I bet there's probably some people out there who got a little bit offended from some of the things that he just said. What do you think, buddy? I'm sure that there probably is some people that got offended by those things. I got an idea. Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if instead of you just saying words that got people upset, you actually acted it out? Acted it out? Yeah, you know. You used all those props that you gathered before we started the show and you used it to act it out. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That probably would piss people off a lot more than me just saying words. You're right. I don't know why we didn't do that before. Oh, yes, I do. It's all part of the bit. But I've got a brick wall leaning against my bladder right now, Panda. So I'm going to go and remove the staff from my hands after I piss, and then I am going to get set up for the next part of this bit, if that is okay with you and our fine viewers. And before I start that bit, I'm going to go through all of the fucking comments. All right, but I gotta pee. All right, let's do this. All right, the best part of the show. Let's finish this motherfucker. I can get back to playing Fallout. All right, so we're on the plane ride back to and me and half cock start chopping it up, talking shit about Mike Tap. And Halfcock is like, yo, can you believe I gave that motherfucker $50 when he said that he was down and out and he had a stroke? And then right after I gave him the money, he started talking shit about me. He never mentioned the fact that I gave him $50. And I said, man, did you know that I gave him a bunch of shit that was like a trade type deal? I give you a bunch of shit that I know you're going to like, and you give me a bunch of shit that you know I'm going to like, you know, and you don't hold on to the shit that you know that I actually love, like Angus Scrim from Phantasm. You have his fucking autograph and you directed me to buy one that isn't authenticated and doesn't pass the fucking Sawa check. But you send me a damaged fucking Dwight Funko. Seems like we're kind of in the same boat, Halfcock. And then a bond is formed. A bond that led to the most depraved sexual act that has ever been interneted. So, after they get back with the supplies and the kids are in bed, we go and get this tarp laid out on the goddamn garage floor. We get her completely disrobed, which was saran wrap, red and green, Christmas colors. Something that she fashioned together because, you know, she couldn't go to the Goodwill or something. She just throw together what you got. And so I'm using motor oil here, but we're saying for the sake of this reenactment that it was baby oil. So I'm pouring baby oil all over her body. And I'm rubbing it in. Yeah, that feels good, don't it, girl? Look how soft your skin is. It's nothing like it was before I put this oil on it. Before I put this oil on it, your hands were like you've been baling hay since you were 8. But now you're nice and slick. But good God, girl. That pussy hole. I mean, I ain't trying to say it's rank or anything, but it is musky, which led to me putting some paprika on my hand and then rubbing it all over her pussy hole. See, this gives me a spot to hit right there. Oh, there's your pussy hole. I can see it. Now I know where to go. X marks the spot, as they say. And the spot don't smell like a fucking landfill anymore, which is kind of nice. And if you people doubt the validity of what I'm saying, next time you make deviled eggs, don't use paprika. And then hit me up in the comments. So I rubbed this fucking paprika all over her pussy hole. And she's all right, let's fucking do this. Fucking give it to me, freak. And I'm doing the thing. You know the thing. And she's all, acting like it's the first time she's ever had her pussy touched, which it's not. It's just the first time she's had her pussy touched in a while. But act like you've had it before, bitch. What kind of games are you trying to play? Anyways, so she's all, give me more. I give her an extra finger. It works up to I'm giving her 4 fingers. You know the fucking story. I think that maybe we just need to show you. I'm down here and I got that flapping labia rolling around between my tongue. Like, remember those things when you have a birthday and you go and it rolls out and it goes. It's like her entire outside of her pussy is that thing. It just reaches out. It's full of life for 2 seconds of its life. And it gives you a little alarm like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. How's that feel, girl? I did hit your clit, right? That was your clit, right? Or was that a mole? Does it even feel good if you suck on a mole? I think that is a question that's worth answered. Can you sexually manipulate a mole? God damn, I'd be so happy if somebody fucking took a screenshot of them asking Half Geek that in the comment of his most recent video, which was forever ago, but whatever. Anyways, I'm eating her pussy. It doesn't smell like death itself, but it does taste a little salty, a little metallic. Like maybe she just recently had her period and she didn't wash too good, but I can see how without a pressure washer, it could be difficult to get all up in there, or a douche with a PSI of fucking 280. I don't even know what those numbers mean. Anyways, so, yeah. The next thing you know, we're in the middle of it. My dick's not working. It's not getting hard. It's basically look at this. There's nothing going on here. That's what was going on then. Nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. And then Halfcock came in with a shoehorn right up underneath my asshole. Now, today, the part of the shoehorn will be played by Arcade Poop because he's a big piece of shit. But today, this big piece of shit is a shoehorn. Now, he comes up underneath my ass. Where's the other? There we go. So here's my cock and balls, and this is a true to life representation. And he comes up behind it with the shoehorn. Now, remind you, my cock and balls are tucked back in to my ass crack like this. And then he comes in with the shoehorn, all right? And he cups it, which I think he licked it first. And then rocks it back and forth. This is called the cradle, where you don't wake the baby. Don't make me fucking come before I'm ready to come, you fucking piece of shit. Just fucking rock my cock back and actually make it hard, because I'm struggling here with your wife. And this isn't just for me, asshole, and this is for you. You need to think about your fucking wife and her sexual needs for once. Let's take a back seat. And so he's sitting there manipulating my fucking cock and balls back and forth through my ass crack, which I'm gonna be honest. If you fellas have never tried that, you should. Especially you, Rusty. Adrian, who's not here today, but anybody else that is, like Lee or Mr. Grease. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this anymore. I remember a time when I knew what to do with this. You know what I mean, kissy face? I remember a time when I knew what to do with this. I don't even know what to do with this anymore. It's kind of like the gay community that doesn't know their limitations. They're like, nope. I don't know what to do with this anymore. So this fucking stupid kid comes in. And she says, one word, 7 syllables. Mom. She comes in, she's one word, 7 syllables. Mom. And it's gone. It's gone. I got nothing. She says, brother touched my front butt again. Again? This isn't the first time? Oh my God. And half cock is all, this is a fucking back butt house only. What are you doing touching your sister's front butt, Johnny? I told you. Never touch your sister's front butt. But he didn't listen. And then Halfcock said to me, could you please be more of a man than me and help me mediate the problems between the dynamic of my family, my son who doesn't understand that it's not right to touch his sister's vagina. It's only okay for him to touch her booty. The booty that I so much love as it runs and teases me as it runs down the hallway covered in soap. It's just been freshly washed. Of course, why wouldn't it be covered in soap? She's out of the bath. It's still covered in bubbles. That's why we call her Bubbles. What do you think? It's just some kind of fucking play on words? No, idiot. There's a true meaning behind it, says Daryl Woods. I'll give that to the lawyers. So he says, hey, go talk to my son. And I said, okay, I'll go talk to your son. And I go talk to the half geek son. And I say, listen, you fucking perverted piece of shit. What are you doing touching your sister's front butt? You realize that's not right. Look at you. What the fuck? Anyways, I said, that's not right, touching your fucking sister's front butt. It ain't right. And he starts mouthing off to me, talking about, hey, everything goes in this house. Once you start squirting water up your ass, everything goes. If your daddy buys you a water squirter for your asshole, can he really stand on such a high ground and a fucking high horse and say, you can't touch your sister's front butt? I'm touching it. To which I said, you're not going to mouth me, boy. I ain't your daddy. I need you to go outside. And since all the trees in your fucking yard are dead, I need you to get a piece of the siding of your house and bring it to me because I'm about to swat your ass. And so he goes. And he fucking comes back with a piece of the siding from the house. And okay. And look, there's nails in it still. And I said, okay, you're gonna fucking get it, you piece of shit. You don't fucking touch your sister's fucking front butt. That is for fucking her and her only. This is a back butt house, says your daddy. Which I don't even know what that means, but it's his rules and I'm the enforcer. I'm the asshole here. I came to fuck your mama and fucking hold shit down. And here I am, whooping your ass, little boy. And he's still giving me mouth. He's like, you're probably just some fucking weirdo. They have all kinds of fucking weirdos come in here. You're just another one. You think you can boss me around? And I'm giving him, just like I gave his mama, all I got. Every inch. And it ain't enough. And so I said, you know what? I know a little thing about how to get a motherfucker to comply. And you know what? You're gonna fucking realize, you piece of shit, that you don't touch your sister's foot. Yeah, now who's laughing, asshole? And scene.